Raji. Hey, 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 hey! Oh my God! Oh.
Why would you guys have plants inside knowing?
Are you fucking?
And this is why cats got 9 lives, because they're clumsy like me.
Don't. Hey, damn it.
So how you feel?
It's not that serious.
He says it's gonna start in 7 minutes.
But that was, I slept with that car.
디스커스팅한 냄새가 나요.
We're still gonna watch Trump, guys. It's right here. That's actually the really good Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Thank you. And if you are new, please subscribe.
Here comes Edgar. Oh my god!
Oh, what was the meaning of that?
Look at this thing go this faster than anybody on the Yankees.
Four minutes left. Oh, that's rude. You provoked that. You knew he was gonna grab your tail. So this is my cat. His name is... Really? My cat is so sweet.
挖到电缆了，电缆挖开了，我操，废了。哎，走走走走走，走走走走走。
有人。
Who delivered my toolbox today?
Hooray!
देखो कहीं देख लो वो जा रही देख लो पूरा स्टेशन में दिया
Let me pause this for a minute. Praise the Lord. We're just waiting for them now. Wait, did he come out the window?
Ủa, cái tiền này nè. Đó là không phải đâu. Đây rồi. Đây nhé.
Tecnologia! Tecnologia! Tecnologia!
Really?
No, ahí, mira.
I'm trying to watch, see if it's choppy. Let me try my phone next. Load my phone over here. It's still slightly choppy. I really need to update my OBS. It's a little different on my phone though. than my iPad. How is it on your guys' end? Can somebody please let me know? I restarted everything. I think it's just within my OBS. I don't think it has to do with my computer. Let me try something. Do this. It's not on full screen. I want to see if this does anything. They're trying to get set up. So they're not really talking or anything. They're just getting everything set up. Let me see something.
Yo nunca lo vi que lo tenía así.
Que son duros, se llaman Gucci.
El diablo, Piru, qué maldito usted.
Oh my God, Gav!
Yallah, yallah. Ay, camorín.
You see, this is running smoothly. Once I got back onto it and started playing it, then I pause it. Sure. Then I go back to the news. Wait a minute. I'm s- exactly when Trump is going to arrive. I don't know what they're trying to figure out. Welcome, guys. How is it on your end? Oh, please hit the like button. Slam it. They're trying to figure something out. There's no sound right now. I don't know if they're waiting on Trump or what. But you know what? We're here. We'll figure something out. I don't know just yet, Ross. I think they were texting back and forth with their company, trying to probably try to figuring out when Trump's going to arrive and what they need to do. How are you doing, Ross? forget to hit the like button, guys. I really don't want to make this full screen because right now it seems like it's running okay. Oh, the flag's moving. I feel like if I make it huge, it's gonna have issues. So work with me, guys. Oh, you're busy today? Well, just stay safe. I was about to say, why is there any sound?
What do you think?
It's been muted the whole time. I'm sorry, guys. Well,
Thank you very much.
honestly,
we have a
this is the
very
best
big
time to
announcement
make it loud.
today.
So.
You all know Johnny. He came all the way from Italy, the beautiful country of Italy,
I'm going to
be with
try
us,
to
and
minimize
he,
this.
just
I
got off
hope
the
and pray
plane,
it
and
doesn't
he's a
chop
hardworking
up.
guy, does a phenomenal job with FIFA. Nobody like him. I'm delighted to welcome FIFA President Gianni Infantino back to the White House for a major announcement about one of the most anticipated
Just
competitions
let me know
in
how it is
all
on
of
your
sports,
guys'
the
end.
2026, and this is a big deal, I'll tell you. I was so happy to get it. The 2026
Yep.
FIFA World
Enjoy
Cup.
your lunch, Ross.
And it's going to be the World Cup as we know it. It's the biggest, probably the biggest event in sports, I guess, Johnny, right?
Yeah.
On December 5th of this year, the 2026 FIFA World Cup draw will take place at the Kennedy Center. Some people refer to it as the Trump Kennedy Center, but we're not prepared to do that quite yet, maybe in a week or so. But right here in Washington, D.C., it's a tremendous honor to bring the global event and this incredible group of people and these unbelievable athletes, the best athletes in the world, to the cultural center of our nation's capital. I just left the Kennedy Center. We're spending a lot of money wisely on making it really beautiful. It's going to be beautiful again. It's like Washington, D.C. We had, by the way,
Oh, it
in
sounds
Washington,
good.
D.C.
Okay,
we have the
is it
lowest crime
choppy
numbers they've had in
on your
years.
end, Ross?
Zero.
It looks
sounds like
fine
it's a
on
horrible
my
thing to say,
end.
but I might as well say it.
Finally.
Zero murders in the last week since we've done this. That's the first time in memory that that's happened. If you can believe it, how pathetic that is to have to even say it. And I'm tired of listening to these people say how safe it was before we got here. It was unsafe. It was horrible. And Mayor Bowser better get her act straight or she won't be mayor very long because we'll take it over with the federal government, run it like it's supposed to be run. The numbers were horrible. It was a crime-infested rat hole. And they do have a lot of rats. We're getting rid of them too. And we've made a lot of progress. And it was extremely unsafe, and now it's extremely safe. We had virtually no crime. The number was down 87%, and I'm trying to figure out where was the 13% because I don't think it existed. The National Guard has been unbelievable, and they're working with the police. And they have some very good people in there. They have some people that shouldn't be police, actually, but they have some great people there. And the Washington, D.C. is a whole different place, and Johnny, I'm sure you'll be happy to hear that too, actually.
Oh, yes.
But it's a whole different place. People are excited again. They're going out to restaurants again. That was the other thing I saw numbers. That restaurant business is down in the last week. No. Restaurant business, you can't get into a restaurant. Just really lying people. And that's why people don't understand how bad and how dishonest the press is. I saw one poll that had us at 19% favorable on what we're doing with Washington. Then I saw another one that has us 94% favorable. And I can tell you the 94% is correct. The others are fake, just fake news. They got to get their act together. So bad for our country, so sick actually. So
That's
Washington,
good.
D.C. is really doing unbelievably well. And the Kennedy Center that we're fixing, I was just there all morning with contractors. We're making it unbelievable. It's going to be unbelievable. It's got great bones, but it needs a lot of work. The World Cup draw will set up the group stage of competition.
Oh, thank you
48
for the
teams will play in
hearts. God
104
bless
games
you.
across 16 North American cities from
Thank
Seattle to
you.
Vancouver to Atlanta to Miami. It's going to be so exciting for our country. The 2026 FIFA World Cup will be one of the largest and most complex events this will be one of the greatest events, one of the largest. In a way, it's like Johnny said it better. It's like
I'm
having
looking on my
many
iPad
Super
and
Bowls
phone.
in a short period of time.
So I have
Because
my
each one of
face
these
going back
games
and forth.
essentially is a Super Bowl. Some of them are bigger than Super Bowls, actually.
My iPad's
But they're
moving,
essentially,
not my
each one of
phone.
these games is like a Super Bowl. The 2026 FIFA World Cup will be the largest, most complex set of events in sports history. And the
Thank you
Kennedy
for the
Center will
hearts.
give it a phenomenal
Thank you
kickoff.
for the
and they'll be
like.
involved, and they'll be working over there for quite a bit of time. We have it all set that they can stay there for the big events, the
Hi,
big press conferences
Easy.
and
How
everything
is
else.
it?
And they'll be in a very safe
Is it
capital.
choppy?
That'd be
I-
nice. You don't
I
have to worry about
restarted
walking down the
everything.
street, Johnny, okay?
Thank you.
But you can handle yourself.
I could.
Please be
Already
safe,
FIFA is
Izzy.
projecting 6 million loyal fans will attend the World Cup events next year, and 6
God
billion
bless you,
more are going to
Izzy.
be
Thank
watching
you.
back home, and they think the $6 billion number is going to be actually a low number. And this will drive more than $30 billion into the U.S. economy and create 185,000 American jobs in a short period of time, too. No sporting event attracts more attention, more fans, more viewers, or more revenue than the FIFA World Cup. And again, I'll just say it's the World Cup, and it's the biggest thing there is in sports, and we have it. And I got
Oh,
it in
he's
my
talking
first
about the World Cup.
administration.
That's gonna
And I was
happen.
really somewhat devastated, as devastated as I can be. I don't have time to get too devastated. I was very happy that today, as you saw, the
I'm
group that
okay,
does this, the
Izzy. I'm
government
happy
group,
you're
Radical
here.
Left Group, announced
And I do
that
pray that you
Trump
will be
was
safe
right.
at work.
Took in $4 trillion worth of tariffs, that the $4 trillion are going to reduce the deficit by numbers
Thank you
far
for the
greater than they
hearts.
ever expected or heard of. And by the way, the stock market went up 1,000 points. That was as of 10 minutes ago. I can't tell you
Oh,
what
thank
happened.
you so
A lot of
much,
things
Izzy,
happened.
for letting me
But
know.
the stock
Thank you.
market's up
Ross let
almost
me know
1,000
too.
points. And it's basically on the news that
I do need to
the news
update
that
my
just came out
OBS, and I have no
from
idea how
government
to,
that,
which I think
the
could make it run
tariffs
a lot
that everybody
smoother.
was talking about, that the whole
But
world respects us for.
I'm
doing
happy he's
what we
working
did.
today. God bless
The
that.
tariffs are going to be
Amen.
at $4 trillion. They're going to reduce the deficit by $4 trillion, Mr. Vice President. What do you
Pretty good,
think?
sir.
I thought the World
Look
Cup
at that,
already
it's not five,
happened.
right?
That's right.
It's had a huge impact, and the stock market is way up. But this will drive more than $30 billion in U.S. economy and create 185,000
Oh,
American jobs. No
2020
sporting event
that's
attracts
next
more
year.
attention or more fans or anything else. And
What's he talking
I
about
just look
now?
forward to the draw. So we're going to have the draw
You're a little behind.
essentially, Johnny, at the Kennedy Center. And by that time, it'll be in even better shape. We're working on it. It'll take, it's about a year project to make it. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. You see
Oh,
the
is
way
that
this is
JD
looking?
Vance
Look.
beside of
Nice.
him?
I can't tell you how much that gold costs, a lot of money. There's nothing like gold and there's nothing like solid gold, but this beautiful office needed it. It had to be representative. When we took it over, it was dirty, not clean. I immediately changed the chair and had this beautiful desk renovated.
Oh,
We're
I
out by
uploaded
the
a
White
dance
House.
video too
The
on my
people that do
short
this, they
videos.
did a
You can
great
check
job.
it out.
They
And
send
the
it out.
deer
We have a
video.
craftsman who's great. But,
I was at
this
my
was not
doctor's, and
appropriate
I
for the
like
Oval
I
Office
stood
when I took
up
over, and now
and
look
I
at all the
saw that
paintings
little
you're allowed
baby
to
come
turn
out. Well, it's not a
All
baby.
of
It's
these are great presidents, and they're
adult.
all in the vaults.
It doesn't look
They
like
were
it's
vaults
really
for
that
some-
old
some
of a deer.
cases much more
It
than
looks like an
100 years.
adult.
And now they're proudly hanging on
But
the Oval Office walls. And
I
can't
looked out the
imagine
window and I
anybody
was
changing
like,
it, but they were,
oh,
they
there's.
were buried in
I don't know if it
vaults
was a male
for
or
over
female. I
100
don't know if it
years,
was a
but,
buck or doe. So
So
sorry.
it's very exciting. People come in, they really
But it
love
is
They love what we're doing
white-tailed deer.
here. They love what we're doing.
But I
in
saw it and
DC,
I was
they
like,
love
oh
what
my
we do
goodness,
most
should I go
importantly in the
out?
country and the world. I'd like to ask
But if
Johnny
I
to
go
say a few
out,
words.
I'm gonna
He's the head of the
spook it.
Hall
I
of
know
Fame.
I'm
He's
going to
been there
spook
for
it. So
a long time.
I did my best to
Probably
keep
the
it
most
clear
respected man in sports. He's
and not because I
amazing,
didn't have my
actually. Works very
my
hard.
tripod with
and he's
me.
got, the biggest
Which-
event in the world coming right here to the United States.
I actually filmed
A
two
little,
other
we did a little for Canada, we
two
did a
different
little for
ones.
Mexico,
Actually, I have
we've done-
three
see, I'm a
different
good
ones. The
citizen.
ones that you
I
saw,
said let them have a little piece.
and I got
So
two
we
more.
gave a little to Canada, see how nice I am? And we
And I
gave
might upload
little
them
bit to
later
Mexico.
on. I don't want to upload them all at
And,
once. So.
Johnny, please say a few words.
Thank you.
I want
Thank
my
you,
editor
thank you,
to
President.
see it. But
Great
I love
honor
deer.
for me to be here with you
They're beautiful
today,
animals.
President, Vice President, Excellencies. Fantastic to announce what you said, which is the final.
But I also
draw
uploaded
of
a
the
dance
FIFA
video, and I pray that you
World
guys
Cup
like
on
it.
the 5th of December here in the capital, in the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. at 12 noon.
Oh,
sharp.
you're
It will
next
be
to Trump,
broadcast
Izzy?
live
Where?
all over the world, 1 billion viewers.
Can I have your
We'll
autograph?
watch it, and it will determine, of course, the match schedule. The match schedule which
Is that you?
48 participating teams will play.
Was that
we said it,
J.D. Vance
104
beside
matches
of
in
him?
1 month, 104 Super Bowls. This is not just the biggest, the greatest event.
I'm pretty sure
Not
that was
just a
JD
sports event,
Vance.
it's a social event as well. A lot of emotion. We are uniting the world, Mr. President, uniting the world here.
Oh my gosh,
in,
he's bold.
America. And we are very proud of that. And
Oh, he's
those
adorable.
teams, those national teams who will come here to participate
Bald men are
in this
adorable.
draw with their coaches, with their presidents.
Yes, the
they will
bald
be
guy. He's
proud
adorable.
To be part of writing this history, and that's why we
This
brought
history.
as well this, which is the winner's trophy.
The winner
It
trophy.
is the trophy that the winner of the FIFA World Cup
I'm
wins.
not mocking him or anything
Only
like that, but I'll let
The
Alex
FIFA
do
president,
this.
presidents of countries, and then those who win can touch it
This is what
because
can
it's
touch
for
it.
winners only. And since you are a winner, of course you can.
God
as
gave
well,
me a way to like
touch it,
sound like
pretty heavy.
people.
It's the winner trophy. The last one who lifted that is Lionel Messi of Argentina, and here it is in the Oval Office in the White House.
Can I keep it?
What do you? Well, you can do it.
Of course you can keep it, Trump. It's yours.
That's seriously, that.
It fits well.
Is it
Very well
heavy?
on the wall right over there.
It looks
Right
heavy.
below the angels.
It fits well here. I
That's
think.
beautiful, yeah,
You
that's-
can keep it until we have to give it to the next winner.
That's fine.
Give it to the next
That's
winner.
a beautiful piece of gold, I will say. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So 6 billion euros for the World Cup, 6 million coming to the matches.
What?
30 billion economic impact, 185,000 jobs. This will be absolutely fantastic. The biggest event ever, and everything will start here in Washington DC at the Kennedy Center. or
Hi,
Trump
Bryce.
Kennedy Center. You
Hi,
see that?
guys.
What we call
Thank you
on
guys for tuning
the 5th of
in.
September at noon sharp. 5th of December, noon sharp. Then, if I may.
Will they be doing most of the draws, all of the draws at the Kennedy? Well, how are you gonna do that?
Yes.
Why does he
We'll
have
do
two
that
phones?
At the Kennedy Center, we'll do all the other meetings around it with the coaches, with the broadcasters, with
That's
the
great.
sponsors, everything at the Kennedy Center. The whole
You'll be very
World
happy.
Cup starts, and everyone will be happy
Yeah.
because everyone has qualified for the World Cup, and they didn't yet play a game, so
Everyone
they
is
didn't lose anything.
qualified.
They all think they
For
can
the
become world
winner.
champion, right?
They'll all be happy.
Exactly. Now,
By the way, an example, supposing we had, a week ago, when everybody was being killed and mugged and everything else, despite the phony numbers that were given out, that it was getting better. Brian, do you believe it was getting better or getting worse?
Oh, the crime is getting worse. I mean, I was robbed. It was getting way worse.
Oh my goodness, what were you robbed of?
I was on a briefcase,
That would be-
Robert 1, Brian 0.
Now, but can you imagine, you do this and then you start hearing that they had a 20-year reduction of crime. It was worse during the Biden administration than anybody's ever imagined possible. And I guarantee you, he wouldn't be here if those numbers continued.
Well, I wonder
But
if
now
it's
we
a
have total
heavy
safety,
trophy
we're total
easy.
safety. And for
It
the
looks
border,
like legit
In 3 months,
gold.
0 people. These are done by.
I don't think you're
liberal
gonna give the
people,
president something
that do
fake.
these charts.
That has to be real
0
gold.
people came through our border in the last 90 days. Can you believe it? 0. Last year we had millions of people coming in. And they came in from the wrong locations. They came in, a lot of people that shouldn't be here. So now when we have this event in December, it's gonna be very safe. Johnny, you can walk down the street with your beautiful wife.
I will be,
You take her to dinner,
I
if
will
you can
try
get a
depending on
reservation,
how.
which I doubt.
they're all filled up.
They're all full. I heard that too. The restaurants are good. The restaurants, since we are doing this, are doing great. And many new restaurants are gonna open, because as you know, many closed. Many restaurants closed.
You're
Because the
giving
crime was so
people
bad. This will be one of the
hope.
safest places anywhere on earth.
jobs are
So,
coming
yeah,
back. We're feeling more
I really
safe.
am honored that the National Guard has done such an incredible job
The
working
walls
with the
getting
police.
sturdier.
And we haven't had to bring in
finished.
the regular military,
And you're bringing
which
the
we're
good
willing to
Lord
do, we
back
have to.
to the holy
And
lands.
after we do this, we'll go to another location and we'll make it safe also. We're gonna make our country very safe, we're gonna make our cities
Amen
very,
to
very
that.
safe. Chicago's a mess, you have an incompetent mayor, grossly incompetent, and we'll straighten that one out probably next.
Who
That'll be
is
next
all
one after
into
this.
Trump? Press one.
And it won't even be tough. And the people in Chicago, Mr. Vice President, are screaming for us to come. They're wearing red hats, just like this one, but they're wearing red
Trump
hats.
was
African American
right about
ladies, beautiful ladies, are saying, "Please, President Trump, come to Chicago. Please." I did great with the black vote, as you know, and they want something to happen. So I think Chicago will be our next, and then we'll help with. New
Oh,
York.
Ross,
We're
he
gonna
definitely
help
needs
with-
more than two.
I think really, I think a lot of, and a
He
lot of
needs
these people
1,000.
that you see on television,
Yep.
they're including the people in this audience. They'll say bad things about me,
If you're
and then they'll say, "Thank God he's here," because half of them got mugged.
amazing,
They don't want to
easy.
get mugged
God
again,
bless
but they're,
you,
you know,
Easy.
they work for they work for stupid people,
Bryce,
a radical left.
Ross, are you
and they're
into
made
Trump?
to do
Press
things
one.
and say things that they don't want to be saying. But the people right here are all happy because you're not going to be mugged in Washington D.C. anymore.
I will jump
I just want to say,
somebody.
Johnny's been my friend for a long time. He's an incredible guy, and we will lay out the red carpet. Andrew, you're going to be fantastic. Rick is going to be everything Rick ever touched has always worked out, and he's working
Wait,
with
that's
me
not
in the
J.D.
Kennedy Center.
Vance?
And
That's
his
Rick?
very good friend was an actor on Broadway for 5 years, right? And I assume
bet.
he's helping us a little bit, right?
Yes.
And Andrew, you're all excited about
He
it?
must be out
Absolutely.
doing
Would you like to
speeches.
say something?
This is a great opportunity.
Wait a
to
minute, that is
show
two
off
J.D. Vance.
The first 250 years of the United States of America, the greatness, and then the hope and promise of the next 250 years.
Oh,
We
you're
think this
perfectly
World
fine,
Cup
Ross.
is going to be over our 250th birthday.
But I
Mr.
said,
President,
well, if you had the phone
leadership,
call, you probably didn't hear me.
obviously, with
If you're
FIFA
into
leading
Trump,
the way,
press
this is
1.
the largest sporting event in the history of the world under the Trump administration. So very excited.
I just want
Hey,
to
look,
say one
it's
thing. Andrew
Lincoln.
Giuliani, so his father is Rudy, the greatest mayor in the history of New York, I think by far. He took a ravaged city, a city that was really under siege, probably most people
Oh,
thought
you
it
already
was gonna
put one.
survive. He turned it around.
Awesome.
He was a great, great
All
mayor.
right, well, there's 3.
And then they
Bryce.
treated him very, very
Are you
unfairly.
into Trump?
You go back and tell your father all of the things that have come out over the last couple of months through Tulsi and through all of the people, Cash, everybody. They've proven your father 100% correct. His father was treated so unfairly. Your father has been 100%
Yeah, you already
correct.
put one,
And tell him
Ross.
we
I
all
didn't
love
see
him,
that. I
okay?
apologize.
It's been
I just saw the
amazing
phone
what
call.
he had to go through.
I thought that one was an
very
I. I thought you
Yes,
said I had a
these are
phone
bad
call.
people.
But no,
Mr.
that was
Vice
a
President,
one,
would you like to
so.
say something?
Ruth.
Well, sure, Mr. President, thank you, and thanks to Johnny for being here. We're very thrilled about the
Yeah,
World
that is
Cup. Just to
JD
echo something the President said
JD
about crime
Vance.
in Washington, D.C., this is the national capital of the greatest nation in the world, and we had murder rates just a few weeks ago that rivaled some of the worst third world cities anywhere, even in very, very poor regions of the world. Why did we accept that? Why did we allow it to happen? We allowed it to happen because we had broken leadership in Washington, D.C., and unfortunately sitting behind the resolute desk. What we have shown in just under 2 weeks of taking law enforcement
Please be
seriously is that the
safe,
American
Easy,
people
and
can
God
have their
bless
streets back
you.
if
Thank
their
you for
leadership is
tuning in
willing to
with
put in the
us,
time and the
with me.
resources. Mr. President, you've
I
shown to Washington,
appreciate
D.C. that we can have safe streets again. We've just
Enjoy
got to
your
have
coffee.
the political willpower to focus on the bad guys and to give the American people back their communities. We are focused on doing that thanks to the President's leadership.
Thank you. And that's a really very small percentage. It's 2%, 3%, but that 2% and 3% wreaks just havoc throughout a community. People are petrified, and I notice a couple of the women in the back are shaking their head, yes, yes, yes. I won't report who you are because you'll end up losing your jobs, but it's true. It's amazing, and the
Okay, Ross.
police.
Thank you.
And you look at the DC National Guard, I saw pictures of them last night getting off vans and all, and I saw some bad ones running, but they're not running so much anymore, they're not there, they're just not even trying. You're totally safe. Now there'll be something happening sometime, I don't know, maybe it won't be for a long time, but this was every
Thank you
night
for the
we get
hearts.
reports of people being
I appreciate it.
mugged and get that. There's one woman on television last night, she had a badly busted up nose, and she said, well, I like our streets the way they used to be, and she thinks it's gonna happen like by doing nothing. And they said, what happened to your nose? She got slugged by a guy walking down the street, slugged. Her nose will never be the same, I guarantee you, unless it takes a pretty good turn. She wasn't really for us. And she sort of said, well, maybe something has to happen. Before this happened to me, she got whacked. And I don't think she'll ever be the same. She almost became, she was a half a Trump fan, a woman that would have never been a Trump fan, but she was hit hard. It's not gonna happen anymore, not gonna happen anymore. But then we're gonna beautify the city too. That's where I was today at Kennedy Center. We're gonna beautify the city like it has, and we're working with Clark Construction, the
doing
biggest
amazing
construction
job,
company in Chicago, and in Chicago and Washington. And the head of Clark is great. He's all over the world actually, but Washington I would say is their home. That's where they do the best work, the biggest work, and they've been doing a fantastic job. So you're gonna have a fantastic, clean, beautiful place. It's going to be better than it ever was before. Literally better than it ever was before. We'll get it done very quickly. And I want to thank Clark because they're doing a lot of work in a lot of different locations, but they've been fantastic for getting us the right contractors and the people that can really do the job right. And Johnny, did you want to say something?
Yes, one more thing, because as you rightly say, with security and beautifying cities and the whole country, we want people to come and enjoy and have fun, and that's why this is not just the most iconic trophy in the world of sport, but we start on the 10th of September the sale of tickets for the FIFA World Cup, and we have the first ticket here for the final.
Good. Wow.
For you.
Oh, good.
That's cool.
Wow.
It's of course row 1, seat 1, it's ticket number 4547. And it's for the final in New York, New Jersey. And so you have your ticket already for the final. All the others, 10th of September, start getting your tickets.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
6.5, 7 million tickets. Fans will enjoy
You do
the
right.
security here. Will be fantastic.
You're going to do record business, I think.
100%.
Christy, would you like to say something?
Yeah, Mr. President, millions of people will come to this country, and we'll make sure they get their travel documents, their visas, that they want to come here and spend their money and enjoy the sporting event. It'll be the largest event in the world, and sir, you're reminding me
I
of
will
something
be
that
recording
my
it.
dad used to say all
I
the
just
time
need to
when I was
figure out
growing
exactly
up.
what
He would
day
say,
it is.
Christy, you kids need to look like you respect yourself before anybody's going to respect you. And in this country, when people look at our streets, when they look at our capital, you're bringing respect back to this city.
Actually,
And
while you
people will
guys are
respect our
watching
country more
this, I
because
wanna
it's
look
safe,
that up.
it's clean, it's beautiful,
So I
and what
can
you're doing
probably
is
set
transforming this
everything up
nation
today
by
if
making
I'm
sure that
able
our
to.
laws are upheld, and
If I can
millions of
find
people are going to
out.
come and be able to enjoy it next year, and I'm excited about that. Thank you for doing that.
Well, our country is respected again. And a year ago, we had a dead country. I'm telling you, it was a dead country. It was a country that had lost its way. It was a country that was going to fail. Look even today where they say $4 trillion in reductions of deficits. And this was totally unexpected. They didn't expect it. I mean, I don't know where they've been, the people that do this stuff, but it's
They haven't done the World Cup at all this
I said to
year.
her 2 weeks ago, I said, Christy, do me a favor. I built hundreds of miles of wall.
It is
I
scheduled
built the same
to
wall
go
that the
live
Border Patrol
September
asked me
25th
to build.
to
It wasn't my
October
first choice. I
19th,
wanted to do concrete
2025.
planking, everything nice. You wouldn't have been able to see
Need
through.
to
So I had
search a
Border
little bit
Patrol in,
more,
and
and I
tested
might
everything
actually
else. We
get
gave them steel wall, high grade steel, very hard to cut.
that up.
And we gave inside that is 9,000 pound concrete, which is a very tough concrete. Inside that is rebar, a big fat piece of rebar. So you have all different materials that are very hard to cut. You need different instruments to cut each
Okay,
one.
when and where the
And
tournament will
I
be
said,
held
Kristen, we gotta
in.
get a coat of paint on it. And I didn't know she was listening, but I said, we gotta get a coat of paint.
They don't
and it
say
should
what
be
time
black,
it will be.
because black makes the steel very hot.
What time do you guys
It's
think I should
untouchable. You can
put?
fry an egg on it. And if you got a good black flat paint, it would look beautiful. It will preserve it from rust. And that was it. And I gave it to her along
Will
with
it be
30
like
other
an
things, and
evening
she's done
event?
such a good job on the border.
Or
with
like an
Tom
all
Holman
day
and the group.
event?
Tom Holman's a
'Cause if it's all
fantastic
day, I
guy,
wanna
what the
start-
job he does and the way they work together.
I'll
So
just start in the morning.
I turned on last night and I
I
see
don't think
Christie's
it's an all-day
painting the
event.
wall. And it looked beautiful, by the way, when
It's
that paint went over
beautiful, and
there.
it's hot.
It's hot.
It just tells me what day.
It's hot. If it's white,
in
it's not
September.
hot. If it's black, it's gonna be very hard to climb that sucker. Not gonna be easy. But it's black and a high quality black. You know,
It
it really looked good.
Yeah, we got
Is
the
that gonna
paint
be a
you told us.
two-coat job or one
No,
coat?
just one coat.
One coat.
We
Good.
used the paint you told me to buy.
Yep, the two-coat will take place in 3 years from now. We'll do the second coat. But it looks beautiful, but thank you very much. I didn't know you were listening to that, because we talked about 7 different subjects. And all of a sudden I see her out there painting with a lot of painters and everything else, but it was It was a beautiful thing to say. Would you like to say something? You've been such a big part of this, please.
Well, just, Mr. President, we're delighted to be here today for this announcement, but we're also looking forward to having you at the final.
Oh, yes.
On July
Oh, yes.
19th
No, we'll
in
be
New York, New
We're
Jersey.
gonna be there.
I'm
A
looking
lot
at
of
it
people
right
are
now
gonna
with
be
the
there.
time.
I'd like to thank you all.
I know what
Do
day
you have
it is
any
now, I just
questions
need to know
on
what
the
time I'm
people,
gonna
first of all?
schedule it.
a big event at the Kennedy Center. Do you intend to take part in it? Will you have a part to play on December 5th?
I may play.
15 o'clock, is that not military
I
time?
mean, I see the money that these soccer players, the soccer.
Pretty sure that's former
I see
military
the money
time.
that these soccer players are making. I may try to play. I'm a very good athlete. My son is a very good athlete, and he's a good soccer player. He's on the tall side for soccer. He's 6'9". He's pretty tall. But
That's pretty
it's
cool.
on the tall side. It's on the tall side, but he's good. But no, I may put on shorts. I'll extremely put on shorts and enjoy the play.
Award winner.
No, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be.
Many foreigners who want to come to attend the event are concerned about the visa situation. Can you reassure them?
Yeah, they're going to have a very easy time getting in. Certain countries are going to be very, very easy, and other countries are going to be obviously a little bit more difficult. Would you like to explain that, Chris?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a process set up that we'll be implementing on getting visas approved. Everybody will be thoroughly vetted, but they'll be welcome to this country. It'll happen quickly, and we're excited for them to come. So I would hope that around the world, people know that the United States is excited to bring their family here to enjoy this event.
America welcomes the world.
Yes.
And I can relay from the collaboration that we have testifying for that, absolutely.
And I just sent a picture from somebody that wants to be there very badly. He's been very respectful of me and of our country, but not so respectful of others. But he'll.
There is another
sign
World
this for
Cup
him, but,
in
I will send
September
one,
and
I
October.
think you will like to see it. That's a man named Vladimir Putin,
And then there's a
who I
women's
believe
World
will be
Cup
coming,
in
depending on what happens.
August.
He may be coming and he may not, depending on what happens. We have a lot of things
That's
happening over
today.
the next couple of weeks. But I thought it was a
I
nice
didn't
picture
see anything for
of
that.
him.
I would have.
Okay of me, but nice of him. So that was very nice that it was sent to me.
Well,
Okay?
I'll schedule it for September.
Yes.
Have you talked to Vladimir Putin about the fact that yesterday a big U.S. factory was hit in a Russian
Doesn't tell me
airstrike
what
in
time.
Ukraine? What's your reaction to
I
that?
told him I'm not happy about it.
Okay,
I'm not
men's
happy about
soccer.
anything having to do with that war. I settled seven
Already
wars, and
passed.
actually, if you think about pre-wars, add 3 more, so it would be 10. I thought this would be in the middle of the pack in terms of
I guess the
difficulty.
same team
No, I'm not happy
of
about
men's
anything about
soccer
that
will go
war.
back in September
Nothing. Not happy at all.
27th,
We'll see what happens.
2025.
I think over the next
So
2
we'll
weeks, we're
watch
going to
that
find out
one.
which way it's going to go. And
Women's
I better be
rugby.
really happy.
World
A
Cup.
very good
That's
call with
today.
Prime Minister Carney of Canada yesterday morning.
Yes.
Actually,
I
Canada
need to
is
see what
taking away
program
some
that's gonna air
retaliatory
on.
tariffs.
He's
So
removing his tariffs, yeah.
Exactly.
He's removing his retaliatory tariffs, which I thought was nice.
They're not
And
saying
we're gonna
what
have another
time
call soon.
frame.
Yeah, we had a very good call.
we're
That's what
getting
I'm
closer
asking.
towards the
Well, I like
agreement,
him.
trade.
I like him.
see.
You know, look, I'm fighting for the United States. Canada and Mexico take a lot of our business over the years, over 25, 30 years, especially during the Biden years. They took a lot of our business, and it's basically all coming back into the United States now. Well, hot as a pistol, and it's coming back in. Because of tariffs and the incentives we give, it's coming back. And it's impossible, I think, for another country to stop it. And we are working on something. We want to be very good to Canada. I like Carney a lot. I think he's a good person. And we had a very good talk yesterday, so I think it'll be good. We'll
Mr.
look-
President, I have a question about the search of Ambassador Bolton's home. The Vice President recently just did an interview saying that it's about classified documents, but that there's also broad concern about him. What are the concerns?
Well,
that
I
you
haven't
have?
spoken to Pam in the group yet, but I will be. I saw that just like everybody else. I try and stay out of that stuff. I'm allowed to be, and I'm chief law enforcement officer, believe it or not. You know, I don't like to go around saying that, but I am. That's the position. But I purposely don't want to really get involved in it. I'm not a fan of John Bolton. I thought he was a sleazebag, actually. And he suffers major Trump derangement syndrome, but so do a lot of people, and they're not being affected by anything we do. I don't know anything about it. I just saw that. I'll find out about it. But if you believe the news, which I do, I guess his house was raided today, but my house was raided also from Mar-a-Lago. They went through everything they could, including my young son's room and my wife's area. They went through her drawers, as the expression goes. They went
Yeah.
through everything you can
I'm
imagine.
trying to find
And
out.
when she came back, she looked, she said, she's very neat, you know, she's meticulous.
There's
and she
also a
looked and she said, "Ooh,
men's volleyball.
This wasn't the way that she had it. So, you know, so I know the feeling, it's not a good feeling. Thank you.
But I don't know if
Just a question, how
Fox
long
News
do you
is going to
give,
broadcast that.
Putin
A couple of weeks, we're gonna figure it out. We'll find it.
Do you think you'll
The
have
pool
to-
play for 2025
Look, it takes
men's
two to tango, you
volleyball
understand that. I wanted to
championship
have a
begins
meeting
on
with those two.
September
I could
11th.
have been at the meeting, but, and a lot of people think that
No, September
nothing's
12th.
gonna come out of that meeting, you have to be there. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not. But we're gonna see, in the meantime, people continue to die. But I've solved,
Time will
7 of
vary
them where they
depending
were
on
in woods
the
for
match
31,
and the
35,
location.
and
For
37
example,
years.
if
We
the
had
match
3 of
in
them that were for
Million
more
will
than
start
30
at
years
10
then, and I got them solved.
or 18
And we
local.
solved one that could have been a
Like
nuclear
10
war
a.m. or
with
10
India
p.m.
and Pakistan. That was getting ready to be a nuclear war. I solved them all. And this one, I thought we would have had it done by now, but it's more difficult. There's a lot of anger, a lot of hatred. There's a tremendous amount of hatred there. So. But we'll see what happens. I think in 2 weeks we'll know.
The tournament will
Which
kick off
way
on September
I'm going.
11th with
Because I'm
opening
going to go
match
one way or the other.
between the
And
host
they'll
country, the
learn which way I'm
Philippines.
going.
President, if I got two
Oh,
questions for you,
outside.
one on FIFA, the other one on DC. Let's talk, can you talk about the economic impact that FIFA will have in these cities, and what's your message to the mayors to get their cities prepared, not only the beautification process, but also the safety aspect?
Well, Los Angeles is an example. You know, it's poorly run. We have a mayor there that can't even get permits to the people that lost their houses.
So it's gonna
Lee
set.
Zeldin
It's gonna
got
set
every permit.
set
The
to take
hardest
place
permit
from
is the federal
September
permit.
11th to the
Within 20 days, every single permit was there for the people to build their
How far are
houses.
they going?
But people are writing us and they're saying
17
they won't
days
do
of
this.
action.
The mayor is incompetent. The governor is incompetent. You know, Gavin, I know Gavin very well. He's an incompetent guy with a good lot of bullshit. And he doesn't get the job done. And frankly, those people want to build their houses. It's terrible. They could have been built, some of them could have been built already. But think of it, the federal government that has the most complex part, and it's the most
Saying
complex
it's gonna start
environmental
around 10.
thing to do. We got it, everybody had it within 30 days. And they're not even close to getting their permits. And now they're talking about taking some of those sites and building low-income housing on them. These are high-end neighborhoods. And I'm all for low-income housing. I built a lot of low-income housing. I know all about 236. I know every program
But
that
if you
there
guys
is
wanna
in
watch
the government.
the,
I used every one of them. I know more about
watch that,
low-income
let me
housing
know.
than probably almost anybody. And it's great. It's fine. It's wonderful. But you don't build it in Pacific Palisades. You don't build it there, and you don't build it in the other areas that burned down. So they're talking about putting up low-income housing. And you talk about riots, they're gonna have riots if that happens, because you're taking the people's property away. They wanna build their houses, and they're unable to get permits from the mayor and from the governor. And that's a terrible thing. But, and let me tell you, if I didn't send in the troops in Los Angeles, Johnny wouldn't be in Los Angeles, he wouldn't be having your World Cup there. I sent in the troops and we kept it, and even the police commissioner, the sheriff and the police commissioner, they all said the same thing. They said, we could have never handled what was happening. You saw that, you were there. He said, we could have never handled what was happening. And then you hear Gavin Newsom, after it's all quelled, Newsom got up and said, we could have done this for ourselves. No, they couldn't have. And if they could have, I wouldn't have taken the chance they did.
Okay, my second question is on crime prevention. Would you be open to expanding the national concealed carry to apply to DC like it does in other states like Texas?
Yeah. Well, they have it in some states and they feel strongly about it. As you know, I'm in favor of it. People have to protect themselves. I'm a Second Amendment person, very simply. People have to be able to protect themselves. Especially like in Washington, you walk down the street, a guy comes
What
up
do you
and
think
slugs
of
you.
everything
He's got
Trump said
He's got a
today?
pistol in his hand. You can be
Guys.
tough, you can be in great shape, you can be a powerful person, or you can be a guy that weighs 100 pounds with a gun in your hand. And I'll bet on the guy with the gun 100% of the time, right? And so you need protection. So I'm a Second Amendment person all the way. Yeah, please.
President Trump said this morning that you're working with Congress to get $2 billion to help clean up DC. Have you had any conversations with Mike Johnson and John Thune about where they're going to get that money from?
Which money?
You said this morning you're going to get
Johnson, I've spoken to John Thune, the Senate, the House, and I think it's going to be very easy to get. It's going to be not a lot of money.
Oh, it's a
I
good
wouldn't
game
even
to
know where
watch.
stand the number
Well,
that you mentioned, but
I'll
it's
look
going to
more
be
into it.
money to beautify the city. Yeah, they're ready.
It's next
Everybody
month.
wants to save DC. In one way, it's the easiest.
So we'll see.
The violence was more than any other city in the country, actually, by far. It may have been more than any other city in the world, if you can think. You know, we looked at some of the worst cities in the world, it was worse. And that's why it angers me to see the mayor saying about how they have it on the slide. Not on the slide, it was worse than ever. Yeah, we have no problem getting
Yeah,
that
he
money.
is
That
cleaning
money
up
will come out of
DC.
Congress. I think it'll be even bipartisan. I mean, I would imagine Democrats would vote for that one.
Is the plan to get it before the September 30 standing deadline on the Hill?
Well, I don't know if there is a deadline, because if I declare a national emergency, which this was, that ends the deadline. So, I mean, I keep seeing about a 30-day deadline, of which we have 22 days left or something, but if I think we're in great shape here, that's one thing, but if I don't, I'm gonna just say it's a national emergency, and if I have a national emergency, I can keep the troops there as long as I want. If people are not gonna wanna have the troops, in 30 days, you know, it's one thing to get them out, it's another thing to keep them out for a long period of time. You've gotta train people, you can't do this, you can't bop people over the head. And a lot of those people are in courts right now, going to court, they're gonna go to jail for a long time. So that's gonna take more than 30 days. But if I have to, I'll declare a national emergency, which I don't think I'll have to do. Yeah.
Mr. President, you can answer the question. You said in 2 weeks you'll know whether you go.
Yeah, I think I'll know the attitude of Russia and frankly of Ukraine. It takes two.
What are the 2 ways you can go at the end of 2 weeks then?
Well, then I'm gonna make a decision as to what we do.
Or.
And it's gonna be a very important decision. And that's whether or not it's massive sanctions or massive tariffs or both. Or do we do nothing and say it's your fight? Look, I would have never been in this war if I were president. You wouldn't have had this war. It was never gonna happen. This was caused by stupid people that fought. And you know, people say, well, how do we know? Because for 4 years, it was never even a subject. And Vladimir knew, and you see his picture right here, it was nice that he sent, but Vladimir knew very strongly, we wouldn't have stood for it. It wouldn't have happened. 100% wouldn't have happened, but it did happen.
Guys.
And now they're losing from 5 to 7 young kids. Think of it, you're a parent, and your son is leaving. He's Russian or he's Ukrainian. And he's leaving, and they're waving goodbye. Nice, beautiful kid. Nice crew cut, all set, he wants to be a soldier. And because their first week he has his head blown off. And he's no different than you people, me. And it doesn't matter where. I mean, I solved a problem in the Congo that was vicious. Rwanda and the Congo, the Republic of the Congo. And they were fighting for 31 years, and it was machetes. People were getting their heads chopped off. That was going on for 31 years, I got it solved. You saw it. They came to the White House and we signed an agreement. It was amazing. People can't believe we got it done. I love to stop killing. I really do. People thought it would be just the opposite. Hillary Clinton said, oh, he'll get us into a war. No, I'm getting everybody else out of wars.
Are you saying there's a real possibility then that if you do nothing, if Putin doesn't come to the table for a ceasefire?
I'll see whose fault it is. If there are reasons why, I'll understand that. I know exactly what I'm doing. We're going to see whether or not they have a meeting. That'll be interesting to see. And if they don't, why didn't they have a meeting? Because I told them to have a meeting. But I'll know in 2 weeks what I'm going to do. I'm pretty good at
Your
ideas.
Justice Department is also sending some of the Epstein files over to the House Oversight Committee today. Are you in support of them releasing all of them?
Keeping it open.
If they wanted to release.
People shouldn't be hurt, but I'm in support of keeping it totally open. I couldn't care less. You got a lot of people that it could be mentioned in those files that don't deserve to be. People, because he knew everybody in Palm Beach. I don't know anything about that, but I have said to Pam and everybody else, give them everything you can give them, because it's a Democrat hoax. It's just a hoax. The whole Epstein thing is a Democrat hoax. So we had the greatest 6 months, 7 months in the history of the presidency, and the Democrats don't know what to do, so they keep bringing up that stuff. But it affected them. Bill Clinton was on his plane and went to the island supposedly 28 times. I don't want to bring that up, frankly. You have Larry, whatever his name is, Summers, the head of Harvard, who was Jeffrey Epstein's best friend. Nobody ever talks about that. But I don't want to hurt Larry Summers. But he was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein. No, this is a Democratic hoax to try and get the significance of what we've done over the past 7 months. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. They say it's #1 in history. What we've done, including stopping 7 wars. Just include that. And now you look at the stock market today, it's way up to start off with from where I took it. And this market was going to crash. If Joe Biden or Kamala were president, this market, we would have had a crash like in 1929. You're not going to have that. It's only a question of how high is it going to go. I had the strongest economy in the history of our country. And despite COVID, we had the strongest economy in the history of our country. And we're going to blow it away this time. I was always good at making a lot of money. And whether it was for myself or whether it was, I like doing it this way better. I like making it for the country. Our country's been ripped off by friend and foe, nations all over the world ripped off. And the friends have been much worse than the foes for the most part. And they're not ripping us off. We just signed a deal with the European Union. They're paying us essentially $950 billion.
Oh, God bless you, Ross. Thank you for tuning in and chatting with me and watching this.
Buying much of our energy there.
And I pray that the new calves settle in very well.
As you know, Ursula was
And
here.
tell Mary I said hi. And I pray that her pregnancy is going well.
People said they've never seen anything like it. Well, we had the leaders of Europe
I'm
right
happy
here
for
in the
Mary.
Oval
She's
Office.
going to be a
And
first
she's so
time
happy
mommy.
that she has an agreement. But people
You
aren't
stay safe,
ripping us
Ross.
anymore.
Thank you.
We're run by, this country is run by smart people now.
Mr. President, can you share
Two questions. One is that Intel, there have been reports that you're considering taking a stake in Intel. Can you talk
About the 10%?
About the 10%.
Yeah, I met a man, he was a very nice man, and I called for his removal because I saw something by a man named Tom Cotton, a senator from Arkansas, who's a great guy, friend of mine, supporter of mine, big supporter, I'm a supporter of his too. And he wrote a pretty nasty story about the head of Intel. And I said, well, if that's right, he should resign. And he came in, he saw me, we talked for a while. I liked him a lot, I thought he was very good. I thought he was somewhat a victim, but nobody's a total victim, I guess.
You're welcome,
And
Ross.
I said, you know what? I think the United States should be given 10% of Intel. And he said, I would consider that. I said, well, I'd like you to do that because Intel's been left behind, as you know, compared to Jensen and some of our friends, NVIDIA, some of the people and the people in, because Intel should have never been. Intel was the biggest, most powerful chip company in the world. And then they started leaving. And they started going to foreign countries, in particular Taiwan. And if we had a president that would have said, okay, you can go to Taiwan, but we're going to put a 100% tariff or 200 or 300 or 500% tariff, anybody that sells into the United States has to pay. They wouldn't have left. They would have never left, and we wouldn't have. So in the meantime, we had people that were, in some cases, good politicians that weren't good on trade. I loved that man, but he was not good on trade. I totally disagree. He allowed the car industry to be taken out of this country. We lost 50% of our car industry. But that's all coming back. It's all coming back. But if somebody would have said that with Intel, would be a giant right now. Now with that, they've had some bad management over the years, and they got lost. And I said, I think you should pay us 10% of your company. And they said, yes, that's about $10 billion. I don't get it. This comes to the United States of America. And I said, I think it would be good having the United States as your partner. He agreed, and they've agreed to do it. And I think it's a great deal for them. And I think it's a great deal. He walked in wanting to keep his job, and he ended up giving us $10 billion to the United States. So we picked up $10 billion, and we do a lot of deals like that. I'll do more of them. If somebody has, like we have restrictive covenants with Jensen. We have, it's NVIDIA. And to unrestrict the covenant, nothing to do with losing our powers or military or anything, because that I wouldn't do. But there are things you can do that don't affect us, that actually help us. And if we're going to give somebody a restricted covenant, we have a strong restrictive covenant on certain industries. And I will absolutely give somebody a opening or restrict, to do a lot of business, which is good for us, as long as it doesn't hurt us in a security or military way. And if I do that, I think the country should be paid, because anybody else, I have it in real estate where I'll have a deal with somebody and I'll have them restrictive covenant. Then they'll come back and they'll say, I'd love to be able to build over here, but I'm not allowed to because you have me covered, you have me restricted. I say, I'll let you build over there, but pay me a lot of money. No different. But the country never did it because the country was run by foolish people.
You said Chicago might be next. Are you making, have there been concrete steps that the administration is taking to do that, or what other cities?
I haven't spoken to them. He's grossly incompetent. I haven't spoken to them. No. When we're ready, we'll go ahead and we'll straighten out Chicago, just like we did DC. Chicago is very dangerous. Great place. I built great stuff there. I have the most beautiful building in Chicago, I think. But I hate to see what's happened to Chicago. Chicago was our greatest city, actually. Bob Tisch, a great friend of mine, passed away. He used to own the Giants and very successful Lowe's. He said Chicago, I think they had their main office in Chicago. He said Chicago and San Francisco are the two greatest cities in the world. Now you look at what the Democrats have done to San Francisco. They've destroyed it. I own a big chunk of the Bank of America building in San Francisco. And, you know, it's just different. We can clean that up too. We'll clean that one up too. You know, if everything works out, and we've already had calls from other cities, quiet calls from Democrats, we'd love you to come here, because they've lost control of their cities. I'm not going to say it because I don't want them to lose their elections. But we've had calls from Democrats and calls from people, generally, we'd love you to come here, because we'll straighten out the problem.
In Israel, the families of hostages in Israel, families of hostages are opposed to the reoccupying of Gaza. Why is the U.S. still
Well, not all of them. And you have to understand, I'm the one that got all of the hostages out. You got a lot of people out. If it wasn't for me, they wouldn't be out. I worked with Bibi and I worked with Steve Witkoff. But if it wasn't for me, you would have all these hostages would most likely be dead right now, every one of them. So they all come up here. They all come in groups of 10, 12, 13, and many of them, and I've gotten to know a lot of them. They're great people. What they had to go through is incredible. But so now they have 20, but the 20 is actually probably not 20 because a couple maybe aren't around any longer. It's a terrible thing. No, I don't like
Hit the
anymore.
like button, guys.
You know, when you get down to 20, they're not going to make deals anymore. And they didn't. And then I put out a statement, as you know, that was a tough statement. Go in and get them. And they said, we'll give you 10, we'll give you 10. I don't know what Israel's doing, but they were willing now immediately to give us another 10. The situation has to end. It's extortion and it has to end. And we'll see what happens. I actually think they're safer in many ways if you went in and you really went in fast and you did it. And people can't forget October 7th, remember that. I'm friendly with all groups. I won the Arab vote in Michigan. I did so great with the Arab vote, remember? I started off at 0, I ended up winning. I wouldn't say the candidate was the greatest, but I would have won against anybody. They're great people. But we have to do things properly. And you know, I'm very proud to say I got the hostages out. You have hundreds of people that are living now because of me. And now we have that final little group of people. And Hamas knows that if they give them, that's probably the end of their lives. So it's not easy to get. And I know if you're a parent, you just don't care. You want, I want my baby back. They want their babies back. They want their kids back. And I understand. But I got them out and did a good job. And we're doing everything we can to get the hostages out. Thank you all very much. Yes.
So Jackson Hole, Jay Powell today said, he suggested that they might cut interest rates, but they haven't proceeded.
Well, we call him too late for a reason. He should have cut him a year ago. He's too late. You know, we have a stock market that's up 1,000 points today. I better be careful because I thought that I see it's down 1,000, right? But it's up 1,000 points when I came in here. We have a country that the market's the hottest it's ever been. The country's better than it's ever been. We have a military that I rebuilt largely in my first term. We had a great, successful first term, but this is going to be even better. But we rebuilt it. We gave a lot of it away to Afghanistan, but relatively small compared to the overall. But I think it was the most embarrassing day and period in the history of our country that they allowed those 13 wonderful people, but it's really hundreds of people were killed. And they don't talk about the 48 that was so severely wounded with no legs, no arms, nobody ever mentions them except me. But that was the worst day, it just showed how incompetent. Frankly, if that didn't happen, I really believe that you might not have had the problem with Russia. I think Putin was sitting there watching these stupid people running our country and said, this is a time to invade. This is a time. And then Biden made the statement, well, he can do a small incursion. When he said that, it was off to the races, right? When he said he can do a small incursion, remember that? I was surprised he knew the word incursion. I didn't get that good of a vocabulary. I want to thank everybody. It's very important to me and to everybody up here at the World Cup. And Johnny has been so incredible. I mean, he's really a great leader. I mean, to think, I said, Johnny, do it by phone. You don't have to come. No, he said, I'll come. And he flew all night long to be here and listen to this about how great we're doing in D.C. But he's a fantastic leader. And
what you
this will
think.
be your most successful World Cup ever.
What you are more happy that Trump has done so far for our nation,
I don't know.
and what you are looking forward for
I
him
watched some of those
to do.
teams go around. They go down that field, I don't know. But well, let me ask you,
And if there's any
what changes
events
America
coming up that you
with
guys know of, please
home team,
put it down below underneath this video.
Season's good.
No, but it's a good player. Yeah, of course. You have a chance.
Will Bears be going to the games, Mr. President?
I'd love to have him, he'd love to. He's very tall. Maybe we could make him a goalie. The goalies are very tall now, right?
Yeah, the goalies are very tall.
The goalies, well, he'd be a perfect goalie.
100%.
At his height, he'll be a great
Yeah,
goalie.
exactly.
So we'll put him with the Americans. No, but do the Americans have a chance of, like, getting into the quarterfinals?
Yes, definitely. No, the quarterfinal, definitely. But then, as the tournament goes on with the public 250 years of the United States, don't forget, they will all feel energized about this.
It's amazing. The talent is really great when you watch these things. I went to the game 2 weeks ago, and it was a big upset. But you look at these people, the way they pass it. It's amazing, really amazing. It's a great art, right? It's a great talent.
It is.
You know the expression? This a what?
Will you draw the name?
I don't know. He's the boss.
That's an interesting proposal.
He's the boss.
We'll discuss that.
It's going to be great. And I think the American team's going to do it. I mean, here's a very good team. Good luck, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys. You guys. Thank you.
That was a nice fun. Thank you very much.
You guys keep the video. Andre, you guys keep the video.
Welcome to Right Side Broadcasting Network, your trusted conservative news outlet. At RSBN, we deliver the truth when the mainstream media falls short. Since 2015, we've proudly broadcasted every single one of President Trump's iconic MAGA rallies, bringing you the excitement and energy live before anyone else. By watching RSBN, you get an unfiltered front row view of the action on the ground. We interview the crowds to give a voice to millions of Americans just like you. We show you President Trump's speeches in their entirety, free from interruptions and censorship.
But I want to thank everybody who tuned in, chatted with me, gave me a like. God bless every one of you. And if you are new or you come across this video, please subscribe. Make sure your notifications are on so you know when I upload or go live. Please support me on Patreon. The link for that is in my bio, which is on my YouTube. I always appreciate my supporters and just my subscribers who help grow this channel. There are 2 new short videos uploaded. But yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you on my next live. And if you know any events coming up, like I said, just comment below. And also comment below what you think of Trump. What are you more happy about right now that he has fixed? And what are you praying that he can fix? Like, just put your thoughts down. But thank you so much, and always hit that like button. But I will see you guys on my next live video.